Hello everyone. In this video we see what are the certification offering from AWS and why a candidate has to choose a specific certification. If you look at the certification offering from AWS, these are categorized into foundational level certification, associate level certification, professional level certification, and specialized levels of certification. For foundational level of certification, you don't need any prior experience, and also you don't need to have any hands-on experience on the cloud. So basically this certification is very basic and at the foundational level. This particular course what I am going to create, this is for AWS Cloud Practitioner certification. This is the foundational level of certification. There is another foundational certification which is AWS AI Practitioner certification, and these two are the foundational levels of certification. If I want to have a role based certification, if I am managing the AWS services, AWS resources, then I need to take up the associate level of certification. There are multiple certifications which are available under associate category: AWS SysOp Administrator Associate, AWS Developer Associate, AWS Solution Architect Associate, Data Engineer Associate, and AWS Machine Learning Engineer Associate. So there are 5 certification under associate category. Once you are familiar with the services and you have completed certification of any one of these certification and you wanted to move to higher role, if you wanted to take up the design architecting the AWS infrastructure, then you can go with the professional levels of certification. There are 2 certifications which are available: AWS Solution Architect Professional, AWS DevOps Engineer Professional. So you can choose any one of these certification once you have enough experience and you are able to manage the AWS infrastructure. So you need to have 2 years of prior AWS cloud experience, or you can have any one of these certification. Then you should be able to move on to the next level of certification. And the next level of certification is specialized certification. Under these, there are 3 certifications. You can go with AWS Advanced Networking Specialty, AWS Machine Learning Specialty, AWS Security Specialty. If you wanted to focus on any one of these area, and if you wanted to specialize, you have good experience starting from associate to professional, then you are specializing on one particular area, then you can take up any specialized certifications. This course which I am going to create, this is for foundational level of certification. I'll be creating the course for AWS Cloud Practitioner foundational level of certification. The certification number for AWS Cloud Practitioner foundational is CLF-C02. I am in AWS certification page. If you come to this page, you will be able to see all the information about the certification offering from AWS. If you wanted to prepare for any exam, or if you wanted to schedule an exam, you can schedule an exam from here. If you wanted to prepare for an exam, you click on prepare for exam, and here you can select which exam you are going to prepare for. Because we are going to prepare for AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam, I'll select this option. And now there is an overview about the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. We can see here, this is a foundational exam and we have 90 minutes to complete the exam, and there are 65 questions in this exam, and the cost of the exam is $100. We can register with PSNVUE testing center, and we can also do online proctored exam. And if I want to have more details about the exam, I can select the review the exam guide over here. If I select the exam guide, and we can see what are the topics which we need to understand to clear the exam. So we need to have knowledge on AWS cloud concepts, security and compliance in AWS cloud, core AWS services, economics of the AWS cloud. So these are the knowledge which AWS is looking for to clear the exam, AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. And if you come to the bottom section of this page, you can see for this exam, there is no need of coding. There is no need of you to understand cloud architecture, design, troubleshooting, implementation. So this is an foundational level of exam, and AWS is not expecting you to have hands-on experience or any prior experience. And the exam will have multiple choices, and it also have multiple response. And number of questions, the actual number of questions are 50 questions, for which you will be code, and there are 15 questions. These questions will be unscored. So you are scored only for 50 questions. So there are total 65 questions. Out of 65 questions, only for 50 questions you will be scored. And you need to have 700 marks to clear this exam. Out of 1000, you need to clear with 700. So this is the passing score, what you have to get. And each section of the exam will have the weightage. For domain 1 cloud concepts, there will be 24% of the content, and domain 2 security and compliance, there will be 30% of the questions. For domain 3 cloud technology and services, there will be 34% of questions. Domain 4 billing, pricing and support, 12% of questions. So you need to understand all these domains to clear this certification. So all the best for your exam. This certification should be an easy exam to crack. All the best, and we will continue the course.